just arrived at the London Dungeon. Fantastic place.
It's a labyrinth of small, just small little alleys, and the waxworks here they are very scary.
You think there's a person there, or there's a ghost there, or something, but it's not. It's just part of the scenery.
This is a fantastic place. Absolutely love it. In terms of fear factor, it's going to go through the roof.
So far, while we've been filming today, we've just heard like a child's laughter, which we hopefully have caught.
Of a man and 2 children are seen on a regular basis, and then they mysteriously disappear. What was that? Did someone laugh? And then they mysteriously disappear. What was that? Did someone laugh? Did you? Yeah.
So it seems that things are happening already, and we've literally only been here an hour.
Yeah, because there's so many dummies and stuff around, and there's so many noises outside, people walking by, trains. It's going to be a nightmare to control and make sure that any sounds are paranormal.
All of the mannequins and all of the waxworks and all of the things that are here bear no resemblance to anything that's ever been here. In reality, it's all a facade.
As far as I know, there was never a prison here, and Jack the Ripper and the murders happened around Whitechapel. Whitechapel's about 2 miles away, so we're close, but not. This isn't the site.
Visually, when people come around, they will probably look at the specific areas and think this had something to do with this place, and they didn't.
You're doing the job I do. It doesn't matter if it says Ye Oldie Worldy, Slaughterhouse and General Witchcraft Museum. It doesn't matter. It's what you feel rather than what you see that's important. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but I have to say, I'm looking forward to it.
The ghosts that have been seen of little children, assuming that's something to do with the plague, because they're singing Ring Ring Rosie. There's a lady being seen in a Victorian dress, some saying a blue dress, some saying a white dress. Dark shapes, some people have said that that's Jack the Ripper. This place was a brothel. It's been so many things in its time.
It's a great atmosphere. I think it's really good. But I don't know, I've just got this feeling that nothing's going to happen. I hope I'm wrong, I really do.
We've just done a little walk around with Yvette, Kieran and Derek.
The first thing that comes to me is the feeling of total and utter agonies, a total giving up, slaughter of the energies of people in this area.
So, for it to be where people were tortured, you said that it was a prison.
Yes.
So what time period would you say that it would have been a prison?
Going back in mind, maybe 1400 something, it could be as far back as that. We come into this area, and I would say this is very, very significant, this area, which is close by. So I feel what I'm given here to one of these ladies who was slaughtered by this infamous soul. I feel it's probably close by as maybe 500 yards. There was things that happened to the physical body that he didn't do with others. The missing organs would associate with the ones who were slaughtered close by. The ones different, in a different way slaughtered, are the other group.
How many victims?
3.
How many victims? 3.
He knows the answer.
So he mutilated and killed 3 victims?
In a similar way.
How many in total did he murder?
5.
The first Ripper?
5.
So how many did the second Ripper murder?
Can you give me that, please? 2 and 2 got away.
Right.
Right, we've just finished a night walk around with David, Kieran and Yvette. Picked up on it being a brothel on more than one occasion, said it was a Victorian brothel, and it was.
I tell you what I have now, I've got a couple of women who smell like you would imagine a tidal tart would smell.
Right.
Yeah.
So prostitute.
Prostitution, yeah. When you think prostitute in this part of London, you would think, all right, Maderio, Jack the Ripper, kind of like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There is that, but it's earlier as well as. So I think what they're trying to tell me is that throughout time, there's been more than one collection of prostitutes. But again, if you've got big settlements and you've got soldiers, in that period there would have been prostitutes. So they're linking that very strongly, though, right throughout, which is interesting.
Right.
Is there a technique for you as we're walking around and there are lots of visual prompts that you're just trying to cut yourself off from?
No, the visual prompts I have completely blanked out. It's like as if I'm wearing blinkers.
Right.
I really have no... I'm just looking at where I'm walking, essentially. I'm not looking at anything else. I'm totally disregarding all the visual prompts because of the nature of the place we're in. I have got an impression of a woman straight away now. She's in almost like sack clothes. She's not, she's not well dressed at all. She's looking for a child. It seems like there was a battle. The child was missing. Battle, and she lost her life there. Because I'm wondering, well, why is she presenting at such a young age? And she would maybe be an older woman still looking for, and she would have got across, and it would all have been resolved. So therefore, she must have got across the trauma. It's someone on a horse going past and literally go, and their heads off.
So this area here, with all the roof and everything, I'm imagining at that time it wouldn't have been like that.
No.
You're talking open field, open ground.
Definitely open ground. It's more like encampments rather than
settlement.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good word. I've got a man, a woman, and a child, and they're kind of standing in a row. So there's the man, the woman, and the child. And that to me is a symbol that they're a family, that they were together. It's almost like the mother and the child are add-ons, if you like. He's the aggressive one. He's angry, and it seems to be a class thing because of what he did, which was, I think, what did you do? Well, he scavenged, is what he's saying. And what's really dominant about this man is has disfigurement in the right-hand side of his face. He's making me want to shut my eye. I'm actually just going to let that happen because it might help me form a link with him. I'll tell you what he's called me. He's called me a soul catcher. He's actually not a bad character. He looks worse than possibly he is. Sorry, there's a bit of personal dialogue there that we won't go into.
Go on.
He knows a lot more than an astral would. So if you crossed tomorrow, you would know much the same as you would know. This one knows a lot more. He's more of an intermediary. He's well aware of how things work as far as spirituality goes. And he's just said to me, I told him my name, and he said to me, that's not your real name, is what he said. He might know me from somewhere else.
Stagecoach era seemed to be quite significant for him. There was quite a character. The impression I get was that he had a lot more communication with that spirit, or whatever you want to call it, than he was telling us. A lot of the information was really, really fascinating. Picked up a family, picked up a few different people here and there.
All in all, it was a really good walk around.
Having spoken to some of the staff earlier on about the history of the place, there's supposed to be like cries and laughter of young girls, all around the premises. Well, I've not heard anything.
Right, well, we've just got back from a vigil with, there was me, Rachel, Richard, Derek and Stuart, and we went into Jack the Ripper area.
We were getting noises, no doubt about it. We definitely got noises that we can't explain.
Jesus. Wait, come on, Kev. You're all right. Don't worry. Don't worry. Is that you, Jack?
Bloody hell.
We heard the noise. Reproduce that again for us. Is that you? Do it again for us. Do something similar.
Did you all hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know whether... Yeah, but not only that, but I don't know whether you noticed, but there was build-up to it.
Yeah.
Something was happening, and I could sense, I thought I heard a voice or something.
Did you? Yeah.
And something seemed to
I keep
build
thinking
up before we had that noise.
Yeah.
Never sensed anything like that in my life.
Yeah, I do.
Shit's on.
It's a shadow. Did you see it? No, that wasn't at all, Richard. I saw very, very clearly the shadow of light go right across and through in here.
Probably funny,
Would have heard something, yeah.
I mean, that was good.
That had to be paranormal. It couldn't have been anything else because there was no one else there apart from us. And it's proved me wrong, because when I got to this place this morning, I thought nothing at all is going to happen.
I've just been doing a vigil in the mortuary with Yvette, Kath, Fred, Kieran was there, and some other people from the crew.
We held hands in a circle, and a really loud bang came from above onto the floor.
Is anyone here now? Could you please maybe move one of the objects in the room, touch one of us, show yourself? You're right, Fred. Yeah.
Are you both here?
Oh, it is.
Just done a vigil with David Wells, Kath, Fred from the Clock House and Caesars. He's decided to join us tonight, which is great. Kieran and a couple of other crew members.
There was a seance with a slate Ouija board. Didn't really get anything with the Ouija board, but the glass plate on top was sliding.
Please try and talk to us. Someone pushing his Ouija board.
That's what I felt.
It's moving. The whole thing's moving. Look.
The whole board.
Oh, it is. Oh my god. And we decided to put the glass on the floor because that seemed to be actually where they were moving the glass to. It was sliding up and down the floor, but not just, you know, little slides here and there. It was like woomph, brick, and taking us with it, really.
Do you want to play with us? Move the glass across the floor. Please try hard.
We've just got something floating between you.
Are you still here with us now? If you are, please push the glass across the floor.
And again, it's just gone past. Oh, and another.
Oh, yes. It's rocking. Yeah, it is rocking. Please, come on, please. Play with us some more. Push the glass across the floor for us. Push the glass some more. Okay. Are you laughing? Are you laughing at us? Do you find this very funny? Use our energy now. Move the glass round. Thank you. Keep going. Please, use our energies. Move the glass round. Move the glass round. Are you both here? I could see the sparks coming from underneath the glass, and according to Ian, the other cameraman, he said he could see flashes between me and David, and it was almost like something was playing with us. We then decided to do a small seance, and we stood holding hands.
And a really loud bang came from above onto the floor, causing everyone to jump. It did scare me, and David almost crushed my hand, and Yvette crushed the other hand. It was awful.
Please touch someone else in this circle or in this room rather than me. Use your energy to move something behind me. You're right, Fred. Swaying a bit. Yeah. Oh! Fire. What was that?
Sounded like a penny.
Breaking, wasn't it? There was no one else in the room. We cut the numbers down by then. And not only that, we're all accounted for. We're either on the floor or in the room doing something. John had the boom, John Gilbert had the boom, and he was, you know, clearly couldn't do anything. And John Dibley, who was the other one above us, the only two that could have thrown anything, was using his camera and focusing on what was going on. Please don't be frightened to talk to us. I know you're only little. I know you're only children.
Are they?
Children. If that was one of you, could you do it again? Get a big old breeze from my legs now.
Just kick me in the leg.
Something's just thrown. Something's just thrown itself at me.
No, it was my leg went forward. Something kicked me in the back of the leg.
God. You alright?
Yeah, no, it was like that. I bent my knee.
Flipping it. They're having fun, aren't they? Are they having a good giggle?
Yeah, they're around us, so I guess they're probably...
It was my leg that kicked yours.
Really? I thought something was being thrown.
No, when someone sort of hits you in the back of the knee, it was like that.
It does that, yeah. Very playful, active in those parts, but very interesting.
I've just come back from a vigil with David Wells, Fred Batt and Stuart. Fantastic, it really was. It got quite scary in there actually. We went into the stagecoach area, which is a place they are refurbishing for something else.
If there's anyone here who'd like to make their presence known, could you make a noise, show yourself, touch one of us?
Just when you started to talk then, I was actually pointing where Fred was, and I think something went across the screen.
Do you know something?
Oh, something there. Something floated right in front of you then, Fred.
Oh yeah, so I get there.
Another one.
Yeah.
Down, it's not going up, so it's not dust, it's...
Could you make a noise?
Oh, pretty good.
What's that? If that was you who made that noise, could you make it again for us?
What was that? What the hell was that?
That was right over in that corner.
If that was you, could you please make that noise again? I know you're here. I can sense you here. Make a noise for us again.
We're all accounted for. We had 2 cameras on there. Every single person can be seen on film. So we know no one was throwing anything. That happened about 4 times.
Is there anybody here in this room?
That's me. That was me. Sorry.
That wishes to communicate with us, please do so. By moving something, making a sound, throwing an object at the wall.
Is that you?
No, it's not us at all.
That was a bit of a noise, wasn't it?
Sounded to be like a brick or something falling from the ceiling. I'm not too sure, but I'm not going to get worked up over that.
Oh my god.
That was right down. You can't even get up there.
That's just mad.
If you're still here, can you show yourself? Can you do something for us? Throw something again. If there are any orbs, there you go.
Whoa. God, Bennett.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Something else just landed down there again.
Really interesting for me because when you sometimes ask out for it, can you make a noise, blah blah, all the usual stuff we do, you get tap 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 or something like that. This is like huge things being chucked in the room.
I've not been in a situation like that as such where we were asking for things and then things were happening on request. That was good. I was really pleased, really excited about that.
We've just gone to the stagecoach area. And I stupidly said, well, why is it always a piece of glass, a glass tumbler or a glass that they seem to move? Why can't they move other objects?
Yvette and David got a piece of plywood and started to move that because, and they're right, if a glass moves, a planchette moves, then if spirits are moving it, why isn't the same principle work with any material?
Try and move this piece of wood across the table if you can.
Oh my god.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much. Could you try harder for us?
It's rocking, isn't it? It's just constantly rocking.
Move the piece of wood across the table for us, please. I'm begging you to move this table. Please. Thank you. Can you move the wood again? Can you move the wood again? Thank you. Are you the 2 men? If you are, move the wood. Push it hard for me, please. Show me how strong you are.
That would support the theory of the spirits can move anything, but it also supports ideomotor muscular movement. So, again, back to the viewers.
It's not just glass, which is associated with the Victorian times, which to me I find fascinating. And it seems to be that if you just have a group of you touching fingers and use your energy, then you could ask the spirits to move any object. So that was really interesting. On the whole, we've heard strange noises, we've caught noises on tape, we've seen things move. I didn't think anything was going to happen. Obviously, we haven't caught a full apparition on camera. We have got a couple of photographs, one before and one a couple of seconds later, and there seems to be a head in the top of the photograph which wasn't there beforehand, which is really interesting as well. So it's been a fascinating night. I have really enjoyed myself.
At the end of the evening, it's very early in the morning and I'm tired. I've definitely enjoyed my time here at London Dungeons.
It's an excellent place to come to. I'd highly recommend it for people to come and visit the dungeons. I just think it's a really, really good experience.
Do I think it's haunted? I think there's something here. I don't know if it is maybe suggestive because of the dummies and what we know. Who knows?
It's a very scary place, and it's a place that I'd love to come back to with the crew. I don't think I'd like to spend a night on my own here.
I don't think myself it's haunted, but based on the evidence that you've got in front of you on the episode, you at home have to decide paranormal or normal.
It was a good investigation, but obviously not good enough because we still haven't caught the ghost on camera yet.